Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. We're taking EZA MVP 17 in against Cellmax. Should be relatively fine for him in here, considering after he receives his 3 attacks, even before we get the extra 40% damage reduction from taking 3 hits. Even before then, once he takes 3 attacks, he's got like 300k defense, or like in the regions of, or if I'm not mistaken, like just over. Which means all of Cellmax basics, he'll be able to tank pretty much from the get-go as soon as he's taken those 3 attacks. And especially, and even before that, once he supers and gets that 30% defensive raise on super as well. It's just the super attacks may catch him a little bit. But once we do get the 40% damage reduction when we get our HP at 77% or below, which, considering how many tanky units we do have here, you know, God Goku, Movie Heroes Piccolo, even Gamma 1, Gamma 2 with all the supers once he's built up, 19 and Jiro can be quite tanky, even 17 himself. I'm not sure how easy it will be to actually, even though it's not a bad threshold at all, it's quite an easy threshold to get to, especially in Red Zone. Although we may actually get to it now. Maybe not. 53k. I mean, we're getting to it. I mean, at least with the multiple supers and using tanky units, we can kind of get there safely. But like, there's nothing wrong with a 77% HP threshold. Actually, that's definitely... Okay, we're definitely there. Okay, 19 and Jiro took way more damage than I thought they were going to take. Okay. So, again, not the best setup. You know, he doesn't really have a category right now where he's going to be triggering loads of those links. I mean, at least once we can float Movie Heroes Piccolo, at least we can trigger solid support, I guess, every now and then. And then 19 Jiro can give him support. So right now, 241k defense and all of his damage reduction is active. So even if we get supered, we should actually be okay in terms of how much damage we're going to take. Let's get some health back with some orbs. We're obviously nowhere near going to fill up the bar to get ourselves back over the threshold. We're being supered straight away, so no defensive raise, no extra defense, just full damage reduction. Only 100k. Only 100k, and of course double digits, and that's before he even supered. I mean, Cellmax can super attack multiple times, so if you can super attack me again, we can see what... Yeah, that's perfect. He's probably going to tank this for next to nothing. So 30% defense raise, all the damage reduction. He should have all of his defense, and yeah, 28 damage. You've literally seen him with no defensive raise, no extra 50% defense. He didn't get hit yet. Although the super attack did actually count as like the first attack to start it. But no extra defense, no defensive raise on super, just all of his damage reduction, 100k on super. As soon as he took all the 3 hits to get the 50% defense and supered to get the 30% defensive raise, double digits on a super. Double digits on a super. That damage reduction, getting your HP to 77% or less as quick as possible, is key to 17 being as good as he can be. This is what I mean. This is why he has so much going for him. You know, his damage output, while it's not like the 9, 10, 11 millions we're used to, 6, 7, sometimes 8 does the job very well. Again, especially considering he's an older unit and you can get additionals, second defensive raise as well, don't forget. Might not make too much of an impact, but it's there. You know, you could crit, you can get an additional and crit, but then you've got the key +3, you've got the defense +50% he gives everyone, and then once he gets to that threshold again, not only is he giving out damage reduction to himself, like all that damage reduction, but on top of that, he's also giving everyone else more defense. So everyone else is getting 67% defense as well once you get to that threshold, which is great. Helps him tank so much. Just so we can maintain our HP, gradually get some back. I'm going to have a Whis active. Give you all of these, and of course we will float off Movie Heroes Piccolo just to kind of, again, every now and then get that solid support link active with MVP 17. But considering Cellmax does 300k on a basic, 600k on a super, and I mean, we've just seen it in slot 1 with and without the extra defense and the defense on super. Considering Cellmax isn't the hardest hitting red zone boss, Android 17 could actually work as a slot 1 unit. Once he gets all of his damage reduction against Cellmax, he could actually work well as a slot 1 unit. Because then he's on rotation at all times, he's doing again some okay damage, he's got enough defense and enough damage reduction to be able to contend with Cellmax's attacks, basic and super. And then at all times, whoever's on rotation next to him, which I haven't really decided who's going to be on rotation next to him, I'm not going to lie. But whoever's next to him will always be getting key +3, and as long as, again, we're at that threshold or below, we'll be getting that total of 67% defense as well. So yeah, he can actually work as a very good slot 1 unit here. This is not too bad. What we get with 19 in Jiro? Android Assault, Fierce Battle, we don't get Shocking Speed. With Gamma 2, we do get Shocking Speed. It's not really giving us too much, is it? At level 10? Yeah, defense plus 5%. I think I'm going to keep 19 and Jiro on rotation just for this rotation. And with the support, we're up to 410k defense before we've supered, and with 57% damage reduction, because it's 17 and then you get the additional 40. And everyone else is getting extra defense as well because of 17 support. So we will get a little bit back in terms of healing once 19 Jiro's super. It's mainly because I also wanted to keep them away out of as many attacks as possible. And at least this way, if a Whis active, only 1 attack, shouldn't be too much to worry about. But we do have a Whis active. Yeah, so we're good there. 17 is going to be more than okay. The type disadvantage wouldn't even make that much of an issue. It wouldn't make that much of an impact against him. No crit though, still done 2.1. But a Whis active, yeah, he's going to take nothing. He's supered and he's got everything he needs. Yeah, 123 damage. Yeah. Yeah, I knew 17, this would kind of be a breeze for him. I said the only problem, it's not even a problem. The only downside to MVP 17 coming out, or EZA MVP 17's, I said that in such wrong order. The only problem or the only issue I have with MVP 17's EZA coming out now, even on JP as well, is just he doesn't have a standout category. Like, having 3 links active is not that bad, but he doesn't have anywhere where he can, like, pop off. Like, realistically, if we were going to run this team, like, we're literally using Gamma 2 purely so we can give 17 a 200% lead. Like, there's some good units here, don't get me wrong. But, like, I could literally just run, like, in a standard setup if I wasn't running 17. No risk with 19 Jiro. I can have both Gammas on a team with Movie Heroes Piccolo, with God Goku, with also, like, Bird Ku and units like that. And then, as I said, the main one where he would really thrive, of course, is Reps. Reps Universe 7 has Tournament of Power Link. A lot of units on that team have solid support. You know, you might be missing Android Assault, but who knows in the future, depending on what EZAs come out, who get future units. Once that team gets a 200% lead, a new UI Goku, a new Vegeta, whatever they want to do for it, once Reps gets shown some love after the 2-year kind of, actually it might even be longer, but at this point it's 2 years, just laying dormant, 17 is going to have a very good spot just waiting for him. You know, I even said in the showcase, there's also the possibility of a standby 17 and go Frieza unit, which will work really well. But obviously, he works really well here. It's just he doesn't really have a good linking partner, like someone he can really pop off with. Like, realistically, if I was going to use 17 without, you know, obviously doing content on him, so I'm like, get him on main rotation at all times, really show off what he can do, I'd probably have him as floater, and he would actually work. That's no disrespect to him as a unit. His EZA, as I said, is very good. He has a lot going for him. That defensive support's really nice. Damage output's okay. Like, it's decent. It does the job. Defensively, he could be very good. But he's a perfect floater right now, and especially on the categories he goes on and how many good units are already there, especially tanking wise when you consider again Gamma 2's a lead of like movie heroes and androids. And also special pose, but that's not really going to work that well. But, you know, there's already some very good units there, so I'd probably run him in slot 3. And if I'm being completely honest, it's obviously not that he can't run on main rotation. He can. He just doesn't really have anyone to go next to him unless you do a setup like this, which even then, like, we're only getting Android Assault, Solid Support, and Fierce Battle. But it still does the job. It still does enough. And we are on the cusp of losing all of our damage reduction. We are very much so on the cusp. So we got to be careful about how much HP we're recovering with all those orbs. I kind of got so used to like just having it active at all times that I may just lose it. Actually, we might have already lost it. I actually might have already lost it. But yeah, he's a very good EZA, and he will work exceptionally well as a slot 3 unit, and he can also work really well as a slot 2 unit right now. He just doesn't have like an ideal linking partner to go next to him. Yeah, I think we've lost. I want to say we've lost it. Although potentially with 19 Giro, we may get... Actually, no, because they're about to super attack and recover some HP for us. Yeah, we've lost our damage reduction. Although this actually might help us keep it. This might actually help us keep it. Maybe not. Maybe not. It's okay. It's okay. We're very close at getting it back if we have lost it. But yeah, I really do like this EZA. I really do. As I said, he does have generally just a lot going for him. I said he's got decent damage output, decent defense. It literally only takes him 3 attacks to get fully built up, which is no time at all in red zone. Like, no time at all. I mean, it's good anyway, but no time at all in red zone. Very good support, especially with 50% defense. And then the extra support he gives off when you do get to the threshold, that's 67% defense with key +3 to units. All units. Which is really, really nice. The extra defense, it makes other units just that bit extra chunky, giving that bit extra chunkiness, and probably could actually help them tank a whole lot better. Like, that support's always been so good in the game. It's just once Androids gets a little bit of a pick-me-up, like a little bit of a boost, like there's still some good units on there, as I said, but a lot of them have aged at this point, and once Reps gets like an absolute rebirth, 17 immediately has a slot, immediately has a place on those teams. Whether that's on main rotation as a slot 2 unit, occasionally could be used as a slot 1 unit as well, which I really do like. The fact that he literally has a place to be anywhere on the rotation, slot 1, 2, or 3. And then can also work as a very good support where you're just having him floating in slot 3, constantly giving out that support on each rotation every time he's floating. So I like that. I really do like the versatility, and I said I really do like how much he's got going for him. It gives him so much opportunity to be used. Yeah, Cellmax has been an absolute breeze for him. By the way, this friend Gamma 2, this is what happens when Gamma 2 gets dupes. He can seriously pop off different. Should be enough, right? Okay, he didn't crit, but honestly, Gamma 2 with dupes is actually ridiculous. The amount of attacks he can do while also critting on them. Oh, the amount of damage. But yeah, this should be the final rotation, and I don't think we have the damage reduction, but we do have type advantage, so we definitely won't be taking any damage. 302k defense, that's just about enough to be able to deal with Cellmax's basics, but also type advantage as well. We're getting supered. I can't imagine this is going to do too much, even without all of the damage reduction. Yeah, 96k, and we would have triggered a damage reduction now as well, because we're now below the threshold. So this should generally do absolutely nothing. There we go. Perfect way to end off. Super 17 ends it with a super. Of course, it's going to do good damage because it has type advantage. 4.5 mil. Bang. A good first showing. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. I'll be really intrigued to see how he does against the likes of Cellmax. Not Cellmax, sorry. Cooler Core and also Broly. But let me know your thoughts of him down in the comments. I'll see you in the next video, guys. And peace.